Sanibonani, ninjani? Ngiyethemba ukuthi niyaphila. Igama ngoThandeka Kabekwa. Namhlanje-ke sobheka umsebenzi wobunye nobuningi, which is the singular and the plural. Ngivela Kabekwa Mombo Publications. Ukuqhubeka nje, ngaphambi kokuthi ngiqhubeke nomsebenzi, ngizothanda ukuthatha leli thuba ngikukhumbuze ukuthi-ke yonke imisebenzi esizoyisebenzisa la ithathele kule ncwadi ebizwa ngokuthi Sekuyasa Nakithi yebanga 12 kanjalo namanye amabanga aphansi. So if you don't have a copy, I would recommend that you get yourself a copy because this is a very nice and very useful workbook to have with everything there is to know in terms of the language work. So, and to get yourself a copy, you can just visit our website on www.kabegwamombo.co.za. Alternatively, you can send us an email on publications@kabegwamombo.co.za. Alternatively, you can send us an email on kabegwamombo@gmail.com. So here are some of imsebenzi that we will eventually cover on the language side of things. So, and namhlanje we are looking at amabizo, sibheka amabizo, ubunye nobuningi ba mabizo. Sizobheka eminye imisebenzi futhi-ke yezivumelwano, concords, sibheke izabizwana zoqobo, isabizwana sokukhomba, izinciphiso ndaweni, ubumnini, izitatimende eziyimbuzo, ukuphika nezinkathi zesenzo, impambosi zokwenziwa, impambosi yokwenziwa, yokwenzela, njalo njalo, nazo zonke ezinye inhlobo zezimpambosi. Okay, so ngaphambi-ke kokuthi siqale, kuhle-ke senze nanku umdlayiwana. Let us just engage in this little activity whereby we are given two columns. Nanka amakholum amabili, column A no column B. Lo msetshenzana-ke nje will just assist you, will equip you with amagama amasha and you know how some of the questions are phrased in an exam setting. All right. So okwenzayo nje is just to read from number 1 right up to 15 and see if you can find a matching word on column B. Right, so wafundisiswe-ke lamagama, kubalulekile even for question words to know the difference between amagama such as thola, tomula, keeper, njalo njalo, hlobo luni, namagama izinhlanga ezixubile, imiqondo ephikisanayo, iziyalo, izeluleko, esandleni sokudla on the right hand side, esandleni sokunxele. There once was a question yakwa IEB, I think it was a visual literacy, where the examiner asked, you know, where the object or the item was, on which side, and there that needed ulwazi lwakho of, you know, differentiating between the left hand side and the right hand side. Isandla sokudla, isandla sokunxele. Your adverbs of place, phezulu, phansi, eceleni, eduzane. So amagama that we do not necessarily learn kwa grade 12, but throughout the years, lawo magama we have been exposed to, and they are part of everything that is expected on us for our final exams. All right, I hope ukuthi-ke you've just had a look while I was talking, and you've just gone through amagama, or maybe you took a photo, whatever the story may be, and make sure that you do the matching yourself so that you can be ready, because we don't know, you never know what the examiner may ask. All right, let's get on to umsebenzi wosuku, the business of the day. Namhlanje ke sibheka ubunye nobuningi, and because ubunye nobuningi a section is quite a broad section, so we decided to divide lezi zifundo into 3. So there's going to be part 1, part 2, as well as part 3. So this is part 1. And with part 1, we are just going to look at amabizo. Remember, with amabizo are always classified according to the noun classes, izigaba zamabizo. So we're going to work according to that. But sometimes it is always easier to just group the nouns together so that you can easily remember them, and you can also easily remember the subject concord that they take when they are used in a sentence. All right. So right in front of you have a sentence structure, right? So this is the basic sentence formation. Ukwakheka komusho olula. Umusho olula uqala ngesiqalo sebizo, which is a noun prefix, and then kulandele isivumelwano senhloko. If the sentence is going to have isenzo, therefore it must have isivumelwano senhloko that speaks to the nhloko, that speaks to the subject. All right, and it may have umenziwa, which may be an object or just an adjunct okwamagama that expands imisho. All right, but umusho wakho kufanele kube umusho owenza umqondo. Your sentence must always be meaningful. All right, so ake siqale-ke ngamabizo ka-class 1A. So ngaphansi ka-class 1A, even though it's not stipulated here, it's not labeled, but we know ukuthi ku-class 1A, the very first class of the noun classes, that class has amabizo that starts with a prefix u. So the rest of the word is what we call a stem word, all right? And the stem word, remember, which is the part of the word that carries the meaning to the word. Therefore, you may not temper, you may not alter, you may not change the stem word because ibamba umqondo walelo gama. So the only part that keeps changing is a prefix yegama. Hence, we have the noun classes, and they are according to different noun prefixes. Okay, so the noun classifications. Right. I hope we are still following. So we look at amabizo starting with u and in singular. So wonke amabizo aqala ngonkamisa u, they will be in singular kuleli class under this class, and then in plural they will change, the u will change into an o, but the stem word will remain the same. Now the big question is, what type of words do we find in class 1A? In class 1A sithola amagama ezilwane kodwa kuba izilwane eziqala ngonkamisa u. Sithola amagama abantu, all right, siwabiza ngokuthi amabizo qho, right? So amabizo qho, the proper nouns, aqala ngonkamisa u. Siphinde sithola amagama ayimfakela, nokungamagama avela kwezinye izilimi kodwa amagama anobuhlobo nabantu, right? Bese sithola amagama avela afike nobuchwepheshe, right? So under this class, we get proper nouns or words that are related to people, all right, starting with an u, names of animals starting with an u, names of fruits also and vegetables starting with an u, and also words that are borrowed from other languages starting with an u, all right. But when you change such, and words that came with technology, ubuchwepheshe, right? So when you change those words into plural, you will change just the prefix into an or, as you can see here. All right. So if you are using that word as the subject of the sentence, it must be followed by a subject concord, u, because u means he, she, you, and sometimes it may mean it. Okay. And then this subject concord noma isivumelwano senhloko siyaphongoza. Phongoza is to prefix. So siphongoza igama eliyisenzo. It prefixes a verb so that there's a link between the action and isabizwana, inhloko yomusho, which is the subject of the sentence. All right. Okay. So, and then get this slide inama classes are 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 classes altogether found in the slide. And then we have class 1, which is an and an beginning, which are the and beginning words, but these ones are just about abantu. So amagama abantu lana, but the prefix yakhona, which means the part of the word that will change when you write these words into singular or into plural, it will be just this part which changes into aba, okay, in plural. So if you are using this word, one of these words about umuntu, about a person, people-related words like umfana, umntwana, you will use a subject concord to u before the verb. You know that, right? And then, but again, with plural, the u and the beginning word will change into aba or into abe, but they will take the aba, the ba as an isivumelwano senhloko before the verb, right? So okubalekile-ke ngalama prefixes womabili, the and the umu, sure we all remember this, ukuthi is only used with multi-syllabic stem. So under the same class, we have the type of stem words that have more than one sound. That's what multi-syllabic stem word means. An example of such word is umfana. The fa, na, it's two sound. It's a fa and a na. Umntwana. The ntwa and the na, it's two sounds. Therefore, it will take the prefix But umo is only used with monosyllabic stem words, right? So under abantu, under people, then igama that takes umu, it will be a word such as the ntu, umuntu, a person. The ntu is monosyllabic stem word, and then it will take the umu. Right, so we did this in class and we know it. All right, so I thought I'd just bring it up so uzokwazi ukukhumbula. Ake sibheke-ke umsebenzi and see if we can just do this umsebenzi quickly. But before anything, remember, I like to emphasize this, ukuthi abafundi abazijwayeze, abajwayele abafundi ukufundisisa. What is to fundisisa? Fundisisa, it means to thoroughly read the instruction. Don't skim read. Don't get excited by just one word and think that one word carries everything that is expected. Kubalulekile ukufunda ufundisise so that you don't miss out on anything. Ake sifundeke. Bhala ubuningi bemisho elandelayo. Iliphi igama-ke eliphethe umqondo waloya myalelo? Which word carries the whole meaning of that instruction? It's ubuningi. And what does ubuningi mean? Ubuningi means plural, right? So here are our examples. Umalume ufunda iphephandaba kahle. Umfana omdala ukhuluma isiNgisi. Right, so these are our sentences, and if you look at imisho yethu, you will notice ukuthi there are areas of the sentences that are highlighted in red, which means it's those parts that needs to change into a plural. So once you change the first part, like umalume, it's an u beginning word, which means it belongs to this class, and to change it into the plural, the u needs to become that. But once it's an o, therefore you can't use an u as an subject concord, but it forces you to use a ba. And then you copy and paste the rest of the sentence. Second example, you have umfana. Remember what we said about these two prefixes, that you can't just do the finder and see which one you think you like. So it depends on how the stem word is structured. So here we have fa na, sayibona le ndaba. That's why they use the Okay, but there's a word that describes umfana, omdala. Omdala means that is old, which means that dala is an adjective because a describing word sibiza ngani ngokuthi is phawulo an adjective. Then after an adjective we have isivumelwano senhloko, a subject concord which speaks to umfana. Ake siboneke ukuthi-ke siyilungisa kanjani le nkinga yale misho le. All right, sesilungile. Okay, so nazi-ke izimpendulo zakhona. Omalume bafunda iphephandaba kahle. So you just fix what is highlighted. And in a couple of exam papers or this section in an exam, they will also highlight if they want you to change the sentence from singular to plural or vice versa. All right. Sometimes they may just give you a sentence, but yeah, with no letters or with no sounds, with no areas of the sentence highlighted. If that is the case, you must always just check your mark allocation on the side and check the number of things that needs to be changed and see if they correspond with into osuke nikeziwe, with imagi that is given. Right. So for umbuzo wesibili othi umfana, it's abafana. Omdala, abadala. Ukhuluma, bakhuluma. Uyabona now in a plural form. All right. Sidluleke siye ku-class elilandelayo. So amabizo ke alandelayo, these ones now they start exactly with and umu. Remember the rules that we learned from the previous slide, they still apply here, but the only difference la ukuthi we're dealing with objects, we're not dealing with the people. Sabon alone, right? So the will still take an u as a subject concord, add a verb and an adjunct or an object, an adjective or an object at the end. But because this now is dealing with objects, so the plural of the object starting with the or will be imi beginning word, but they will then take an e as a subject concord. All right. So here here's a list of just a couple of sentences just for practice purposes. Once again, siyafunda futhi siyafundisisa. Right, we thoroughly read. Bhala ubuningi bemisho elandelayo. Which part of the sentence is the key word? Ubuningi. Right, so that carries the meaning to umyalelo. Umyalelo is an instruction. Right. Umuthi omkhulu uwile. All right. Umfana omncane unezikebhe. Umdlalo uqala ngehora lesithupha. Umcabango wami uhambisana nowakho. Umndeni udlala umdlalo. Uyabona. Right. Once again, you look at mark allocation if you are in an exam. But-ke ushintsha according to what we have laphayana. Right. Okay, so here are izimpendulo zethu. Imithi emikhulu, from umuthi you have imithi. Omkhulu, it's now no longer omkhulu, but it is emikhulu because you now have an imi beginning word. So it was uwile, but now you can't say uwile because uwile, the u is a subject concord to umuthi. So that it speaks to the imi beginning word, the subject concord needs to change into an e. Remember, Wuti, a subject concord for in and in beginning word at all times, it's an e. Right. Number 2, it was umfula. Now you have imifula. Right. It was omncane, emincane. Inezikepe. Unezikepe becomes inezikepe because now we have an imi beginning word. Right. Number 3, it was umdlalo because it's an object starting with an then we say imidlalo. It was uqala, now it's iqala because we've got an imi. Right, ngehora lesithupha. Siyayibona ukuthi ihamba kanjani lento. Right. So all those individual subject concords that you learn with language section, they come in handy. All right. So everything that you learn and bits and bobs. It comes in handy. You need it when you are asked to one, construct a meaningful sentence, or to change a sentence from singular to plural or vice versa. Siyayibona leyo nto, right? And then number 4, imicabango yami ihambisana nowakho, right? So it was umcabango, imicabango, because umcabango is an object. Then it was wami. Now it's a number of umcabango. It takes a ya. Remember, once again, when you show ownership of im, an in beginning word, we use a ya. Uyayibona leyo nto. In subject concords, the im and the in beginning word will take an e. But in possession, it takes a ya. Uyayibona leyo nto. So we must be used to lento leyo ukuthi there are certain words that will use the same rules no matter what. Okay. Then imndeni, it was umndeni, a family. Now we have imndeni, the subject concord. U changed into e because now we have an imi beginning word. And then it was umdlalo, and now it is imdlalo. Siyibona lento ukuthi isebenza kanjani. Right. So konke-ke lokhu ungakuthola uma ngabe usebenzisa any of these books, whether it's a junior one from grade 11 down to grade 7, or any nje of incwadi kaSekuyasa. But umsebenzi-ke wamabizo, ubunye nobuningi, kule ncwadi kaMatikuletsheni uzothola ekhasini le-18 kuya ekhasini lamashumi 28 from page 19 to page 28. All right. Ngale kalokho-ke ungasithinta kwiwebsite ethi www.kabekwamombo.co.za noma usithumelele i-email ku-publications@kabekwamombo.co.za. All right. Sizobonana-ke mangabe sesenza upart 2.